So recently I've been thinking about life after I graduate, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. I mean, I have a general idea, um, but I feel like there's some part of me deep down that doesn't really want to follow through with it. But I don't have any other options, so I kind of just keep putting one foot over in front of the next. And going down this path that I'm not sure if I really want. Um, and I'll get into that in a second. But for context, I'm a senior in high school. I graduate in, what is it? So about 8 months I graduate. And then I have the summer, and I'm going to. The plan is to go to a community college and transfer to a 4 year. Um, but recently I've been kind of thinking about what I want to do, and I'm not sure if I really want to. I just don't know. I don't really know. That's the whole problem. I just don't know. What I mean by that is, so right now I'm studying computer science, and I'd say that I like it. Um, I think my brain, ever since I was little, I've been more akin to math and logic, and so I kind of naturally went towards something that deals in problem solving and things like that. And when I was younger, I've always loved video games, so I was like, I could use programming to create games that I've always wanted to play. So that's why I kind of went into um, that field. But I think the more time that I've spent doing this, I kind of question if it's worth going to college for, especially in today's generation where college is so expensive, and I'm not sure that I want to be in, like $50,000 in debt, and never be able to pay off student loans. Um, but I don't really have any other hobbies, or I don't have any hobbies that I feel more passionate about than computer science. And it's kind of making me feel uneasy about the future and what that holds for me. And I know I can acknowledge that I'm not even beginning to I'm not even at the beginning of my life, and I still have so much time to figure out what I want to do. But I feel so much pressure because like I graduate in 8 months, and I'm not sure that this is what I want to do, and I don't really want to take a gap year to figure things out and stuff. I wouldn't say that I don't want to, but I'm hesitant to, because one, there is um, a program that my community college offers. If you get a high enough GPA, you can get tuition for free, which would really help. But the problem is you have to go there immediately after high school, and if I took a gap year, I wouldn't be able to do that. And I also feel like if I took a gap year, I think from what I've heard, there's two major problems that can happen when you take gap years. Or not two major problems, but there's two major outcomes. There's one where you find yourself and you end up finding what you like. You go out, you explore the world, you grow, you mature, and you kind of begin to understand yourself on a more complex level. And then there's the other side. Why am I getting these? I don't need these. There's the other side where you kind of get into this sort of like lazy mode where you kind of forget your goals and the whole point of taking a gap year, and then you get super lazy and you kind of fall off from your goals. And so I'm scared that if I'm to take a gap year, one, I can't get that full tuition from my community college, and also I'm scared that I'll lose my focus during that year. Um, but I just don't really know what to do. Um, Going back on computer science, I I don't hate it. I do like doing it, but deep down, I'm not sure that I have the same passion for it as I did, for example, when I was a freshman. When I was a freshman going into it, it was like, this seems so cool because I can literally create. I can create anything I want to. I can create games. I can solve problems. But now it's like I, I I don't really game as much anymore, and that was a big reason for me wanting to pursue computer science and go into the game design industry or software engineering. But I think that my view on it has kind of faded, um, and I just don't really know what other options I have because there's things that I like to do, but there's not very many things I love to do. And I'm glad that I decided to start this channel because I think it gives me an outlet to kind of reflect on my life and also hopefully help others. And I mean, I'd love for this to become um, a career. That would be pretty cool. Um, you know, um, and I think it is a hobby for me right now that's developing, but it's not nearly as strong as my passion for computer science. Anyways, what I was saying is it kind of frightens me, um, the fact that I don't really have a direction. Like I said, there's things that I like to do, but there's not very many things that I love to do. Like I like drawing. I like being creative. I like doing woodworking. But I don't know if I love them, and I don't know. I feel like I don't have that much time to figure out what I need to do. And I hope I hope some of you guys can relate to this, but it feels like there's like I feel like I acknowledge that there's still time, but my like deep down I still feel this pressure to um to find something and stick with it, you know? Is he throwing a trident at me, bro? Can you leave me alone? Dude, I need to find a place for a house. I've been running forever. Like holy. But yeah, I just kind of the uncertainty of the future kind of scares me. Because I don't know what's next, you know, and it scares me that I feel like I don't have anything um like set in stone, you know. For now, I think I heard a quote once where it was like, if you don't have a plan, you might as well follow your parents, you know. Um, so like my mom and my dad both went to college, and you know if it worked for them, it will probably work for me. And I think you should only have that mentality if you don't really know what you're doing, or not if you don't know what you're doing, but if you don't really have any other options. Like if I think a lot of the like older generations kind of or even our generation, they kind of like put people down for trying new things and trying to like get out of that like 9 to 5 office job kind of mentality where you're like, you know, middle of the road. And I'd say I only have that mentality of uh, do what your parents do, or do what your parents did if you don't have any other options, because it like, as much as you might hate it, it is a safe option at the end of the day. um but yeah, I think I'm going to continue to pursue computer science. Um I'm going to see, you know, over the next few months um how my opinion and my like engagement on the topic turns out. See if I still like it, you know, see if it's worth my time and worth my money to go to an institution to try to get a job in that industry. And also, I made kind of like, I don't want to call it an oath, but I kind of made like a promise to myself that I would try as many new things as I can this year. And so some of those goals were to, like, you know, try out different classes, just experiment. Which, if I have any advice, and I'll probably talk about this, this could go into another video that I'm planning on releasing. I regret not taking classes outside my comfort zone, just because you never know what sticks. You know, it's kind of like, you know, throw a ball at the wall, and, you know, one of them will stick eventually. And there's no hurt in trying, you know. But I've been trying a lot of new classes. I'm in culinary right now, which I think is pretty fun. I don't think I'd go into, you know, that as a major in college, or go to a culinary school or something, you know. But I think it's fun, and I think it's useful, because a lot of our generation kind of, you know, we're in that culture of like door dashing everything and eating garbage food, and I think that it's important to know how to cook for yourself, you know. And I think it's fun, you know. I get to meet new people, I get to work with new people, make food. You know, sometimes it doesn't turn out the best, but you know, others, like, it's just a fun, chill class. I'm doing woodworking next semester, which I think is gonna be pretty fun. I think I've done woodworking every year I've been in high school. Maybe not freshman year, but definitely sophomore year I tried it. And at first I was really hesitant. I didn't really like it, but, you know, as I got more comfortable working with tools and stuff, I really like it. Because it's kind of an art form, you know. It feels creative, and I like that. I like being creative. And apparently I like working with my hands. I didn't really know I liked that. I always was really a more technical like type of person. Like, I like to use technology more than you know, back breaking labor or whatever. That was more my brother's thing, but apparently I like that. You know, and so I've just been, you know, if I had one piece of advice for this video, I'd say it's okay not to have a plan. And you just have to kind of remind yourself that, like, you're still young, especially if you're early in high school watching this. Like, you still have so much time to figure out what you want to do, and I know I still have so much time to figure out what I want to do, and I'm working on kind of having that mentality of, like, it's not over. My life isn't over just because I can't find something that I see myself doing, you know, for the next, what, like 40 years, you know, or whatever. So, you know, just kind of keep that in the back of your head, you know, like, you're gonna be all right. I need to find a place to go. I've done nothing in the past 3 episodes. I'm so sorry. This is the most boring gameplay ever. I need to go do something. Maybe I'll go mining. I can't really find a house, so I might as well get some tools, you know. But yeah, just you know that everything's gonna be all right in the end. You know, it's okay not to have a set in stone path. You know, you don't always have to worry about the future. You know, just live in the present and let the future come. You know, there's a I don't want to get, you know, too, like, preachy, but there's a verse. I'll throw it up on screen. There's a verse in the Christian Bible that says, don't worry about it. I'm gonna paraphrase, but it says, don't worry about tomorrow. Let tomorrow worry about itself, because today already has, like, enough problems. And I'm probably really off. I'll throw the verse on screen. But I think I almost missed that jump. I think that's a really powerful verse, because I think a lot of people find themselves worrying about today when really you should, or worrying about tomorrow when really you should be only worrying about today, and just let tomorrow worry about itself. You know, there's already enough problems in your day-to-day life. You don't need to be worrying about the future and stressing yourself out even more. I think another thing is, I'm kind of in the dark when it comes to how higher education works. And you know, that's something I can fix pretty easily. I'm in a class that helps with, you know, preparing you for college, but it's still kind of vague to me how this all works. I feel like that kind of just adds another layer of like stressfulness when I'm thinking about college, because it's like I don't even know how this stuff works, you know. Like I'm in the process of like applying for scholarships and stuff, and like I have to start writing essays and getting like, you know, recommendations from teachers, and it's just kind of a lot. Um, but yeah, I think that's all that's on my mind. I wish I did more today. I kind of just like walked around and talked, but I hope my thoughts overcame um, the lack of gameplay. I will try. I will try. I'll play a little off camera so I can find a place to build the house, because we really need to get stuff going in this world. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've just been running around. Um, but yeah, I also wanted to mention. Um, I appreciate all the comments on the first video on the channel. I read pretty much all of them. I'm so thankful for all you guys' insights and thoughts. It really helped to kind of clear my head up on relationships and friendships in my situation. So thank y'all for that. Um, but yeah, if you have any insights, any suggestions, any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will do my best to respond. And just know I read pretty much every comment. So you know, even if I don't respond, I just know I probably read it. You know. Um, but yeah, that's about it. See ya in the next video.